Hello everyone, welcome back to Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I am doing my little tag today to go in my little mini envelope, which I absolutely love. I love my little envelope. So it's got to fit in there, and I printed off these little birds, and because they have like Christmas trees, fir cones and things, I thought that was perfect. I did have a slight mishap with my printer, as you can see. So I've eliminated those two, and I'm going to have to go with whatever I've got. I quite like this one. I think I'm going to have this one. So first I'm going to do is cut out my chosen picture. I printed these the way I always print, and I do have a video on that. If anybody wants to watch it, I'll link it in my description box. How to print on fabric my way. Obviously nice and simple. This time didn't quite work, and my printer does that sometimes. I don't think it's because it was fabric. It does it sometimes with really thick card as well. So there's my little picture, my vintage picture, and I'm going to back it onto this broad I can't say it, but you know what I mean, the Embroidery anglaise or something it's called. I'm not quite sure which way. I think it's that way, it's the back. So I'm going to just pin that onto there to keep it still while I just cut round it, because what I want to do is put a bit of something inside so that it's just a bit puffy. And I'm thinking it's going to be like some felt or something, maybe. Now, I've got a big basket of my laces and things, because I may add some of that as well. Now, I'm not even sure if this is felt or some sort of wadding. It's not proper felt. You know me, I'll use whatever I've got. So I'm going to sandwich, which I should do first. Okay, rewind. Let's do this instead. Oh, really, I'll get it right one day, won't I? It's been a very long week at work. I've had one of my guys off because it was half term, and it's just been really busy. Oh, I was exhausted. I'm hoping next week's going to be easier, and I do have a week off coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. A bit of a recharge of the old batteries, I think. Okay, right. Probably should have done all these in one go before, but you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I can't uncut it. So there we go. So I might, no, I'm going to throw it away. Look at me throwing things away. So let's just double check that I've got this straight. Not at all. How do I do that? Right, I'm going to hold it and then cut that bit. So I don't really want the wadding to show through from the back. And I'm basically going to stitch all this down. But I want to add some lace in between as well. Look, I keep putting it upside down. Sorry, guys. There you go. You're back. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put some lace on here. Just like this. I don't want to make it too big because it's got to fit inside my little envelope. So I'm thinking maybe some of that. I haven't got any wide lace. Have I got some wide lace? Let me dig in my other basket. Now you're going to be really impressed because look, I'm still organised. I have still got all my laces organised, and I've added some of this that I got from the car boot. This is like a netting. It's really cool. Oh, I might use that. We'll have a look what that looks like. that too white. I want something creamy. Maybe let's take out some possibles. I think. Oh, hang on. That might work. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, right. We've got a few to play with. That might be too thin. Now I quite like that. I just want to layer it up. You know me. I might put some of that on anyway. And then there's this, which I think would be quite pretty. Or this. I think it's quite the right colour, do you? I haven't got any green, so that's not happening. Nope. Nope. Decisions. Oh, I could go black. That might work. Let's try and have it scruffy on that end. Oh, I quite like that. Quite like it black instead of white. And it will go probably better with that. So, do I have any more black lace? Loads of black lace. My darker laces are in a different basket. The same sort of basket, just different. And I've got this out as well, which I think might work. But I'm going to try these first. Just because, you know, you're there. And I thought I'd make the most of it. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? You're not going to see it, which is a shame. Not quite wide enough. But this, I'm thinking, might be the answer. I'm going to give myself some extra all the way around. I think that's the last piece of that lace, so that's going in the scraps bin. And now we're just going to stitch it all together. Maybe shouldn't have used white. I'm now changing my mind again. I could use this. Yes. More scraps. Yes, that's going to be much better, isn't it? Oh, best laid plans. Best laid plans. Let's all change our minds. I think that will look much nicer in that pocket. Okay. I've already threaded my needle, as you can see, with whatever this is. No idea. It's on a piece of roll and it came from a car boot or the scrap store or something. None of my stuff is new. You know this. And I never know where I've got anything from because it comes in. And at first I think, oh, yeah, I'm going to keep that separate. And I never do. So. Come on, stay straight. And I think I'm just going to go around it like this. I don't think I'm going to do anything fancy. Oh, unless I put some lace on the top as well. Ooh. Oh, shall I? I'm tempted to actually put more lace. No, just sew it on first and see where we are. You can always add some more after. Just do another layer of stitching. Let's see what it looks like when it's done. So I hope everybody's okay. I hope you're all enjoying your stitchery journal. I'm almost up to date. I'm always a week late, which is, you know, just about normal. And I think today, which is Wednesday for you, and of course it's my Sunday afternoon when I always do my stitching. Today is the day we get the new prompt, or maybe, yeah, I think it is, because it's Monday's the 31st, The 2nd is, so it'll be the 2nd November when this video comes out. So I'm going to stitch all the way around just like that, and I'll be back. There we go. I've sewn all the way around. Maybe should have changed my thread to a black one when I realised I weren't going to be using the white. So we're going to trim it again. Lots of trimming. Right, hang on. Let me just cut to there. I want to see how big I can keep my tag and fit it in my little envelope. Let's have a look. Not much bigger than my actual picture, so I still think it'll look super cute. Oh, all that bits. And I'm going to tuck him in. And that's it. That must be the quickest video I've made. So what we'll do, now I've made that and that's done, is maybe do a bit more on my page that I still haven't done. I don't think I'll add any more bulk to that. But that's that one done. So let's get my page out and we'll do a bit of embroidery on that. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit on my page. As you can see, I've done a little tiny bit without you, and I've added a button on the door, like a big chunky handle, and I've added some arms onto my snowmen, and I've got to make the scarves. So I'm going to do that in a minute, and this I'm going to turn into a little path up to my front door because I think it needs one. So I'm just going to cut some of that off, and this is just, it's like some lace, and I've just opened it up, and I think that's going to look really cute. And I've got my thread needle. Got my thread needled. I've got my needle threaded. So I just want to hold it here because I thought I might do is just run straight down the centre where the line is, with, you know, normal running stitch. I'm going to go round my big flower lollipop, which I think now looks really weird, but I'm going with it. I'm not going to take it off. It's down. It's down. It's staying there. So we're just going to quickly attach this, and then we're going to make some little scarves for our snowmen. I will put, I think, some flowers up the side of the path because it needs something on the edges. I don't know what flowers grow in the middle of winter in the snow. I'm thinking snowdrops, and then you won't be able to see them. So we might just have a bit of a, maybe there'll be like little sweeties or something instead. There we go. And I sort of want it to bend my path, just because, you know, why not? Why not? Don't have to have straight paths. That's all I'm going to do. And look at the back. That was where I did all my, oh, I haven't shown you that yet, have I? You've probably just seen it, but I shall point it out in a moment. And that's why that is such a mess, because I had so many different colours and I didn't stop my stitching all the time. What I did, because I weren't that keen on how I'd done my windows. So what I've done is I've just added loads more all over the building. And I'm going to get this red and white baker's twine, and I'm going to put it up here because, or I might put another row of this actually. Or can I put something else? What else have I got? That's just going to look weird. I'll think about that in a moment. And I'm going to use, oh, I love this and I've not been able to use it. So I want to use it. And I'm only going to get a little tiny bit. But what I thought is if I tied a knot, you know me, my imagination just gets a bit carried away. If I tie a big knot, this is way too big. I've got to cut some off. Like this. And I'm just going to get my little snowman and I'm going to put this like in that gap that I've left. And just do a stitch. And then he's got a nice woolly scarf to keep him warm. Oh, come on. Why have you stopped? Why have you stopped? Don't stop coming through. Okay, right, and get back in there. As I think that is going to work. With just a couple of stitches. I'm going to have to either change my book or do something different because my pages are so chunky. Right, we'll have this. Actually, I'm going to put it that way. That looks better. Ooh, I like that. So much fun just making stuff up as you go along. All I knew was I'm going to put some wool on this as a scarf. I just thought it would look better than that, but that is super cool. I love that. So I'm going to tie that off. That's not going anywhere. And then I'm going to look at the other one. Because I was going to use a different wool, but that wool looks just nice. So we will have a look and see what we think. How cool is that? Now I've got this one and I've got this lovely fluffy one, which I found after I found this, and I thought that would be quite nice, but how cute would the pink look? You know, it's all about the cuteness, isn't it? I think I'm going to have to tie 2 knots because it's quite thin. And I'm not pulling them tight. I'm just making a little knot. Like that. Obviously way too big. We'll trim them afterwards. What cotton have I got? I've got the... Should we just use this one? It'll just look like a pattern on the scarf. So we're going to pop this, squish it in there in between, and just do a little over stitch over the top to hold it in, or 2. And then we'll have a look and see what we think. Well, it could be a windy day, couldn't it? It could be a windy day. Whee! Let's cut some of this because it is a bit long. I might leave that one like that. Done. So I'm going to have a little look and see what I can find to put along that gap that I've got that I don't like. And then I'm going to think about, I'm going to just put flowers, I think, along there. Let's grab this. See what it'll look like with some flowers. I don't know. Let's just do I've done loads of French knots. I know. We'll make some turkey work little flowers like this. just little tiny ones. And I haven't got a lot of cotton, so they're going to have to be little. And I might do like lots of different colours. Again, like I did. Oops, that's going straight through another one. Like I did with the knots on the house. I don't know, it just looks like a little cottage. It doesn't look like a gingerbread house at all. Right, so let's tie this off. See what it looks like. It could be just one random flower. I just know I've got to put something down them edges so it looks like a little path rather than a bit of lace. And then I'm just going to chop the tops off. With my not sharp scissors. Oh, I think they'll look pretty. I'm going to do some of those up there. I love the net. I love the scarves. Maybe might put another layer of those on. But we'll see. Okay, I'll just quickly find something for there. Let me cut this nearly better to size. Get rid of this edge. That's not very nice. I've just cut this off some clothes that I got from the car boot. And I think that might work. If I put that up underneath there, move out the way of fronds. I think that up there would look really cool. I'm going to stitch it down. Ha! I think it's nearly finished. Apart from my flowers, I think it's almost done. With bits everywhere. Let me very quickly just stitch this down because I think the flowers are going to take ages. But you get the idea. It will be finished when I do the flip through at the end of all my pages. I've got loads of them to finish. I don't think I've finished one yet. Oh dear. The new prompt comes out and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. So I've got lots of stitching to sort of catch up on and finish off all my little extra bits. So I don't know how many others people who are participating are like that. Have you completely finished your pages, or are you like me and get sort of sidetracked starting the newest prompt? I'd like to know I'm not alone in like getting distracted by the next thing. And of course I'm doing my ring bound journal series, so that's taken up quite a lot of time to get that sorted. Come on, out the way. There are certain things you should do in order. This was one of them. This should have been covered first before I put all those on. And when you're doing this, I think I've decided it's definitely better to have a plan, because I've ended up in a right mess. And things I thought I wanted to put on, I can't fit on. Like my gingerbread man. I made a gingerbread man ready and he doesn't fit. So I may have to be fitting him onto my envelope instead. Which is fine, I don't mind doing that. Or I might do a whole page of gingerbread man, depending on what the next prompt is, whether I want to do that one I could do with a month, I don't want to do it, so that I can carry on and get everything else done. Right, I think that looks much better. Definitely like that better. I've still got that nice frilly edge. I like it. I'm going to put some flowers down there, and like I say, I'm going to call this one Done As Much As I Can Do page, and please give me the next prompt. As usual, the links to Sarah and Rachel's channels will be in my description box. So that's it for this week. I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.